So I hopped into the App Store and noticed that there's an editor's choice section that's actually recommending good games that I've really enjoyed myself personally. So I decided that I would dive into their list, take a look at everything that they're recommending, and throw it on a tier list so you can know if I would recommend this being a mobile game that you play right now. The first recommended game is Magic: The Gathering Arena. This one, although not one of the newer card battler games, is sitting at number 66 on the charts with 4.6 stars out of over 100,000 ratings. This tells us the game is really loved by the community. So if you're someone that's into strategy style card battle games, this is a game that is right up your alley. Me personally, I'm not a card battler. Maybe that's because I don't have enough patience to learn all the cards and there's not enough action in the gameplay to keep me interested. Now, if you're looking for something that's not new age like Marvel's Snap, this may be a card game that's just for you. It's one that has a lot of lore behind it and a lot of mystery. Magic: The Gathering Arena has stood the test of time, a really solid mobile game with a positive community. I'm gonna give this one an A on today's tier list. Diablo Immortal. Unpopular opinion incoming, and now this is coming from the guy who has a second YouTube channel that features Diablo Immortal. If you notice, the game is number 97 on the chart. It has 224,000 ratings with 4.6 stars. It also has new updates coming to the game all the time, regularly. There have been 20 major updates to the game since launch a year and a half ago. So if you played Diablo Immortal upon launch a year and a half ago, and you decided to play it again today, you'd probably notice that a lot of things have changed, and for the better. Every single time there's been an update to Diablo Immortal, it's improved the game. This includes a new character class called the Blood Knight, new zones, and we even have pets coming to the game in just a couple of weeks. Diablo Immortal has, in my opinion, the best action RPG on mobile, with new zones being introduced all the time, new enemy bosses, new classes, and just upgrades and adjustments to how the game is played. The community has been getting happier and happier with the game. Now, if you're looking for something that's not pay to win, this isn't the game for you. Because if you want to be the best in the world, you're gonna have to shell out some ducats. But if you're someone that just likes to grind a game and have some fun and enjoy PvE and some PvP elements, it's a great game for you to enjoy. With this being said, I can't give it an S tier because of the massive pay to win elements, but I will give Diablo Immortal an A tier just for overall how well put together the game is. And this is the game that I saw on the list that got me so excited. It's called Knighthood, and it's a turn-based strategy game with a beautiful aesthetic and atmospheric value that we often don't focus on inside of games. With only 31,000 ratings, Knighthood has 4.8 stars, and it's not even ranked on the charts. The game has not been given the love that it deserves. As you can see, the art style here is very unique to Knighthood. Beautiful game where you're gonna be upgrading your character, your gauntlet, and all of the heroes that you have that fight beside you. This game is so much fun. The progression is really easy and just enjoyable to engage with. And there's PvP that you can participate in with your clanmates. That's right, you can play together with tons of friends in a really social way. It's just a lot of fun and super casual. This game is the one that really got me excited about their suggestions. It's the one that's made me say, yes, I want to make this video. And it's gonna be the first game on the list today that's getting an S tier. League of Legends Wild Rift. A great MOBA that really deserves the recommendation. Only 4.1 stars out of 39,000 ratings, and as it sits, MOBAs are not the most popular genre of games here in the eastern side of the world. Although this one is number 47 on the strategy charts. It does a really great job representing MOBAs well on mobile and actually representing League of Legends well, which is one of the biggest esport games in all the world. Here you have your 3 lanes that you need to progress down and take down the pedestal at the end. I called it a pedestal because I don't really play on a regular basis and I don't know what it's actually called. But whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Typical MOBA style, farm, upgrade, progress, take down enemies, take down towers, and win the match. Tons of heroes that you can collect inside of this one as well. Just a really solid representation of a MOBA that I'm gonna give an A tier to. The Witcher card game, another card battler game. This one with 54,000 ratings, 4.8 stars, and again, not ranked inside the card game genre, which tells me it's not one of the most popular. which is actually surprising that it has more ratings than League of Legends, yet isn't on the rankings. Either way, let's take a look at the game. Like many other card battlers, it's a genre that I don't dive into and absolutely love. Now, I do love The Witcher, so seeing different characters from the story would be really fun to engage with inside of this game. If you're not a Witcher fan, maybe there's other types of card games that you'd rather play. But if you do like The Witcher, there's really no other option if you're a card game player. The graphics look pretty cool and gameplay looks solid. My personal ranking of this one is going to be a B tier, but I get a feeling you may disagree. You can let me know down below. Final Fantasy, 4.7 stars out of 25,000 ratings with, again, no rankings on the charts. For all of you Final Fantasy fans, this game represents the entire IP very well. A really fun style game that's going to have that turn-based strategy element and feel to it, but again, in a Square Enix kind of way. Essentially, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, this is going to be a game that you're going to want to try out. Like I said, it takes you into the realm, into the world, and into all the lore. You probably enjoy it if that's your kind of thing. For me, I'd go ahead and give it a B tier. Oh, Clash of Clans, where this channel originated, has 4.8 stars on 2.4 million rankings and is number 3 in the strategy charts. From the beginning, Clash of Clans is a nice builder style game where you build your base, learn the game, and learn how to attack. But it quickly turns into and develops into a really serious war game, so big that it has $1 million tournaments where winners are crowned every single year. This year, the winners went to Clash Champs, who you can find at clashchamps.com. Whether you're mastering your base building techniques or your attack strategies to take down enemies in war, the game is just fun. It's straight up fun to grind, fun to play, and it has a casual and also an extremely serious side to the gameplay. It's one of the best mobile games of all time, and if I did a best mobile games of all time chart, it would be on it. It's just so good, so fun, so addicting, such a great community. I gotta give this one an S tier. Vampire Survivors. This is one of our shoot 'em up bullet hell style survival games. This one sits with 3.7 ratings of a total of 4.7 stars. And it's also available on Steam as well for anyone that wants to play the game on PC and even be able to cross it over to mobile. This one definitely has a Castlevania style feel, not only in the whole vampire-ness, but also in the graphics. A very retro style game right here that's extremely addicting, and this is probably one of the more difficult ones in all of the category or all of the genre. Something really cool about this one as well is that it's available offline, so when you're on an airplane and you don't have Wi-Fi, you could play it as well. Just a super solid, great, simple style game that's a lot of fun to play. Another one that I'm going to give an S tier to. And then we have Marvel Strike Force, another turn-based strategy game, one set in the Marvel universe with amazing graphics, 4.6 stars out of 250,000 ratings. Also, this one's sitting at number 58 on the charts for role-playing games. If you like the Marvel universe and you're into turn-based strategy games, you have no better options to play this one. It's a veteran, vintage game that's been around for a while, has amazing graphics, and is a ton of fun to play. I played a lot of it myself on this channel, and you really find yourself getting addicted to unlocking new characters, upgrading them, taking them into battle in both PvE and in PvP. Besides the battle mechanics, my favorite element of the game is probably going to be the graphics. I think they do a really nice job with the Marvel IP, making the game look beautiful, colorful, fun, and just engaging for the players. So much so that I'm going to give this one an A tier. The banner says it all, 2023 iPhone Game of the Year. We're talking about Honkai Star Rail, which has 4.6 stars, 22,000 ratings, and is number 4 in role-playing. Honkai Star Rail is brought to us by Hoyoverse, and it is a turn-based strategy game with an anime aesthetic in an open-ish world where you can explore, go into a bunch of lore, and then dive into battles. The battles are intense, the graphics are gorgeous, the game is fun, and the grind is real. With that being said, it's an attainable grind. This is one of the games that I wish I spent a little bit more time playing. People have made careers out of playing this game here on YouTube. Gamers have loved it from day one, and I have to say, it's an S tier game, one of the best of the year. Which brings us to Genshin Impact, one of the best of all time. 4.4 stars out of 487,000 ratings, number 6 in role-playing. This is a game that I actually streamed on Twitch and on TikTok recently, as I wanted to kind of dive back into the game after not playing for a couple of years. My experience playing that is actually on my Echo Gaming Diablo channel if you want to check out that video. We're looking at another Hoyoverse game here with another anime realm that it's based in that is very story driven. You're going to be inside of an open world and grinding your way through a solo one-person experience where you're not playing against others, you can play with others, but it's not a PvP style game. The game is absolutely gorgeous. The lore inside of the game is very heavy, and there's just tons of things for you to do all the time. Upgrades and updates are consistently coming to the game, making it better and better with more things to explore and more things for you to do inside of the game. This one's incredible. Another S-tier game here for you today. Sky Children of Light, one of the most atmospheric style casual games that you could experience. It has 4.8 stars with 223,000 ratings, and right now under family it's ranked number 24. As you can see from the gameplay, it's just very light, very casual, very peaceful experience as you play. Sometimes when you game, you just want to be able to relax, hang out, and enjoy what's being presented to you rather than having to be white-knuckled, trying to win and trying to battle. This is one of those games that's one of those relaxing, sit back, chill, and enjoy what the game has to bring. Kind of like a good book or a great story that you're watching on television. This one here is a must play, and it's another one that's sitting with an S tier. Asphalt 9 Legends, and I'm glad they put this here because it's not a new game, but it's still one of the best racing games on mobile. Best in class, best in genre. 4.8 stars with 963,000 ratings. It's number 10 in racing. But this is not just a racing game. This is a stunt, acrobatic style racing game. One that's been heavy inside of esports with ESL and is a ton of fun to play. For casual players, the upgrade progression, the building up of your cars, and just the racing is going to be fun and addicting. And for those of you that have action that you need to settle, we have you covered there as well, because the racing is not just riding around the track. It's riding through intense terrain, beating down on your opponents, flipping your vehicle. It's just so much fun and different than all of the racing games. On top of that, the graphics are incredible. And did I mention it was in esports? Yes, I did. But I always like a game where if you like it a lot, you can get competitive. I gotta go ahead and give Asphalt 9 an S tier as well on today's list. As always, you could let me know in the comment section below if you agree with my ratings or not. Either way, I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I'll see you guys back here in tomorrow's top 10 list.